Hello again from Smart Work. We're excited to introduce you to inspiring people and groundbreaking tools that promise to blow away every limit. Ready for a truly surprising experience? Let's go!
Shuttlecock assembly. We begin with a delicate dance. A machine flawlessly sets 16 goose feathers into a cork base, ensuring a perfect, repeatable flight path. Shoe sole molding. From delicate flight to durable footwear. At over 300 degrees Fahrenheit, thousands of pounds per square inch transform raw EVA foam into a modern sneaker sole. Large plastic tank blow molding. Now let's scale way up. A massive molten tube of plastic is inflated with air, creating a seamless 1,000-gallon tank in minutes. Industrial chain forging. Plastic is versatile, but steel is strength. Here, red-hot steel rods are bent, linked, and electrically welded into industrial-grade chain, linked by link. CNC spoon carving. But brute force isn't always the answer. This is computer numerical control. A digital sculptor carving a spoon with algorithmic precision. Pipe fitting press. This is a great combination of old and new. A simple hydraulic press that uses a cleverly designed die to create a perfect O-ring fitting in one powerful motion. Stator coil winding. From plumbing to power, this machine winds copper wire into a motor stator at incredible speeds, creating the electromagnetic heart of a motor. PCB component insertion. Now we go microscopic. A pick-and-place robot inserts capacitors onto a circuit board, a task far too tedious and precise for human hands. Hot forging, ring gear. Back to the fire. A glowing steel billet is pressed into a rough shape. The key here isn't just force, it's controlling the metal's grain structure. Animal feed pellet coloring. Manufacturing isn't just metal and plastic. Here, a vibrating bed of feed pellets is evenly coated, ensuring consistent nutrition and identification. Sheet metal welding and bending. This is where design becomes reality. Pre-cut sheet metal is precisely spot welded, then folded by a press brake to form a rigid enclosure. Axe hardening and fitting, an ancient craft perfected. The axe head is heated, then quenched in oil to harden the steel edge before being press fit onto the handle. Excavator rock crusher. Sometimes you don't build, you destroy. This excavator attachment uses immense hydraulic force to pulverize solid rock, clearing the way for new construction. Automated donut fryer. Let's take a tastier turn. This automated dispenser portions and fries donuts with perfect consistency. A beautiful example of food engineering. Industrial pasta extrusion. From breakfast to dinner. A brass die extrudes pasta dough while a spinning blade cuts it, creating thousands of perfect shapes per minute. Plasma gear cutting. We're back to metal, but with surgical precision. A plasma torch, hotter than the sun's surface, slices through thick steel plate to create a sprocket. Motor stator recycling. Manufacturing creates waste, but ingenuity recycles it. This powerful hydraulic shear slices through old motor stators to reclaim valuable copper wire. Semi-automated bow bun maker. Even cooking gets a boost. This simple press forms the dough cup, and a clever device pleats the top, speeding up a classic culinary art. Conveyor belt sorting. Speed and scale demand smart automation. These conveyor belts use mechanical flippers, triggered by weight or size, to sort products into bins. Automated dumpling machine. From semi-auto to fully auto, this machine takes a sheet of dough and filling, then forms, crimps, and spits out perfect dumplings. Egg washing and transport. A simple but brilliant solution. This conveyor gently transports and washes thousands of eggs an hour, a critical step in food safety and processing. Industrial ginger washing. On a rougher scale, this tumbler uses water jets and abrasion to clean tons of freshly harvested ginger, preparing it for the market. Gear milling. Another way to make a gear. Instead of hobbing, this milling machine uses a spinning cutter to carve out one tooth at a time. Slower, but versatile. Washer punching. This is pure mechanical rhythm. A punch press stamps out thousands of metal washers from a steel strip with hypnotic, unstoppable efficiency. H-bracket bending. An incredibly clever custom jig. A worker uses a simple press to make multiple precise bends in a metal bracket in just a few seconds. Rebar thread rolling. This machine doesn't cut threads, it rolls them. dies press into the rebar, displacing the metal to form stronger, more durable threads. Metal rod coiling. Simplicity itself. A powered roller pulls a straight metal rod and coils it into a perfect spring or ring, all guided by a single worker. Can seaming machine. This is critical to food preservation. Rollers precisely fold the can body and lid together, creating an airtight hermetic seal. Rock drill head, the business end of a tunnel boring machine. Those hardened carbide buttons pulverize rock, allowing massive infrastructure projects to move forward. Silage cutter. On the farm, this attachment cleanly cuts packed silage for animal feed, preventing spoilage and ensuring accurate portions for the herd. Trencher machine. When a shovel won't cut it. This massive track-mounted saw car carves a clean trench through solid asphalt for laying pipes or cable. Trencher machine. When a shovel won't cut it, this massive track-mounted saw carves a clean trench through solid asphalt for laying pipes or cables. Railroad ballast tamper. This specialized machine, called a tamper, vibrates and compacts the gravel ballast under railroad ties, ensuring a stable and safe track. Pipe welding. Friction welding in action. One piece is held stationary while the other spins at high speed, generating enough heat to forge them together. Propeller blade forming. This craftsman isn't just bending metal, they're shaping an airfoil. Each curve is critical for generating lift or thrust efficiently. Automated nail making. Wire goes in, nails come out. This machine straightens, cuts, forms the head, and points the tip in a dizzying, continuous sequence. Seamless ring rolling. This is how you make a strong, seamless ring. A hot pierced donut of steel is squeezed and rolled, expanding its diameter perfectly. Induction hardening. No furnace needed. High-frequency electricity induces massive heat in seconds, which is then rapidly cooled by water to harden the steel surface. Forging press. This is a closed-die forging press. It uses immense pressure to force hot metal to conform to the precise shape of the mold cavity. Barrel delidding and flattening, turning waste into a resource. This machine safely cuts the top off a steel drum, then unrolls it into a flat, reusable sheet of metal. Knife stamping. That blade isn't carved, it's stamped. A die cuts the rough shape from a sheet of steel, the first step in making a production knife. Pipe elbow forming. A sphere and a hydraulic ram. This hydroforming process uses internal pressure to expand a straight pipe into a perfectly curved elbow fitting. Bent wheel rim repair. A clever combination of a lathe and hydraulic pressure. This machine carefully pushes a bent steel wheel rim back into perfect roundness. Wood bending, the magic of steam bending. Steam makes the wood fibers pliable, allowing them to be bent around a form and hold their new shape once dry. Spindle and disc sander. Two sanding methods in one. Spinning spindle sands interior curves, while a rotating disc flattens exterior edges with speed and precision. Automated wood lathe. No hands needed here. This copy lathe uses a template to guide cutting tools, automatically carving intricate shapes like this chess piece. CNC wood lathe bowl. This is the modern version. A computer-controlled cutter carves a wooden blank into a bowl with a finish so smooth it barely needs sanding. Wood shaping / molding. This machine, a shaper, uses a high-speed rotating cutter to carve a decorative profile along the edge of a piece of wood. Belt sander for production. For sanding hundreds of parts, a wide belt sander is king. It provides a consistent, flat finish across the entire surface instantly. CNC wood router. A CNC router cutting dovetail joints. This allows for incredibly strong and complex wood joinery that would take a master craftsman hours. Rod forging press. This looks like an eccentric press. It uses a cam-driven motion to apply repeated, rapid blows, shaping the end of that steel rod. Fan guard wire forming. A purpose-built jig for one job, assembling fan guards. It holds the radial fins in place while the spiral wire is expertly welded on. Stator winding insertion. The second step for our motor. After the coils are wound, this hydraulic press pushes them perfectly into the laminated stator core. Metal spinning lathe. This isn't cutting, it's spinning. A blunt tool uses high pressure to form a flat disc of metal over a mold, creating a bowl shape. Drop forging a wrench. This is drop forging. A massive hammer falls, forcing a piece of red-hot steel into a die to create an incredibly strong adjustable wrench. Multi-stage forging. Notice the different cavities in the die. The part is moved from one to the next, progressively shaping it into its final complex form. U-bolt forging. This machine takes a straight rod, heats the ends, and then uses a press to form the head and bend it into a U-bolt simultaneously. Spring coiling machine. A hot steel bar is fed into this machine, which winds it around a mandrel to form a heavy-duty industrial coil spring. Copper wire stripping. This machine makes recycling copper incredibly efficient, stripping the insulation off thick braided cables to recover the pure metal inside. Pipe cutting machine. A rotary cutting lathe. The pipe is spun while a hardened steel wheel is pressed into it, creating a clean, burr-free cut. Bevel gear cutting. This is a bevel gear generator. It uses a complex motion to cut the angled teeth needed for transferring power around a 90-degree corner.